All of our productions at GCTV are sponsored in part by Bay State Health, providing the care you and your family need when you need it, close to home. Visit them online at baystatehealth.org. Greenfield Savings Bank. Visit them at 400 Main Street in Greenfield. Call them at 774-3191 or go online to greenfieldsavings.com. Greenfield Community College, providing access and excellence in higher education in the Pioneer Valley. Visit them at gcc.mass.edu. The Hammond Family. The Hammond family are longtime supporters of Greenfield Community Television. New Fortune Chinese Restaurant on the Mohawk Trail in Greenfield. Visit them online at newfortunema.com. Call them at 772-0838 and check them out on Facebook. Real Cleaning Services, cleaning Hampshire and Franklin County since 1972. We don't cut corners, we clean them. Check them out online at realclean.com. Call them at 413-422-1143. People's United Bank, located at 45 Federal Street in Greenfield. You can call them at 774-3713 or visit them online at peoples.com. The Solar Store of Greenfield, replacing fossil fuels and nuclear power one home at a time. Visit them at 23 Fisk Ave. Call them at 413-772-3122 or visit them online at solarstoreofgreenfield.com. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting all of GCTV's productions.
Carrie Saldo is an experienced and award-winning television, radio, print, and web journalist. Her 15 years in the industry includes television, newspaper, radio, web, and magazine reporting for media outlets, including PBS and NPR member stations. A native of Berkshire County, Carrie is the host and producer of WGBY's nightly news magazine show, Connecting Point. Her work has garnered awards from Heartland Emmy Chapter, Colorado Broadcasters Association, Society of Professional Journalists, the Associated Press, and others. So without further ado, and hopefully technology is going to be on my side, here is Carrie.
Good morning. I want to say that Linda won your hearts with chocolate. I unfortunately did not bring any of that, but there was a piece of trivia you left to me, so that's great. I appreciate it. When I first told friends that I was going to be working for PBS member station, they were like, really? Russ, close your ears. Did anyone else from WGBY sneak in the room? No. Russ, close your ears. They're like, really? You're going to work for PBS? Do you know what PBS stands for? Pretty boring stuff. I'm like, no, that is not true. And as Russ and many of you can attest, we all believe that that is not what PBS stands for. And I'm honored to be here this morning. As a journalist, I've been to a lot of chamber breakfasts and covering them, sometimes reporting on various issues that have come before the body. And sometimes you sort of dread going to chamber events. They sort of drag. So congratulations to Franklin County Chamber and Natalie, because really, it's a fun morning. I really appreciated the time I've spent here this far. It's great. So Connecting Point, we launched our 8th season earlier this year. We've been back on the air 5 nights a week for about a month now, which is why you see the bags under my eyes. No. But the station really is committed to this programming, to this unique local programming. We cover everything from the arts to politics. And one adage that is really tried and true to journalism, whether it's television or print or web, but especially television, you know, the editors really hammer us and say, show, don't tell. And so with that, maybe we could roll the first clip. I'll show you a bit of what Connecting Point has been up to over the past month. Fingers crossed. It worked.
We're building a closer, more informed Western New England community right here at WGBY with an all-new Connecting Point. I'm Carrie Saldo, and I'm thrilled to be a part of this new set, and more importantly, WGBY's recommitment to quality journalism.
Connecting Point has always been about profiling the people, places, and ideas that matter most to Western New England. And for this new season, we are recommitting to that idea in a very big way. We're coming to you 5 nights a week. Carrie Saldo is back, along with a crew of producers and reporters who will be digging deep to find the issues and concerns that matter most to the diverse communities that make up the region that we live in.
I think it's really important that people see us not as a place where they just come to watch and hear what's going on in the community, but also it's an active conversation.
We were a part of this great country and that we just weren't sitting around waiting for somebody to rescue us.
Porque fue una oportunidad para legalizar el estatus y vivir de una forma.
We want to hear the things that matter most to you. We want to hear the things that you think that we should be learning about, discussing, the questions that we should be asking on your behalf.
We want to dig deeper. Reporting facts is wonderful and very important, but what's even more important are the hows and the whys beyond the facts. How did we get here? Why are we here? And not only that, but the resolutions, what we can do moving forward to grow and change.
Stories that really touch people, like the opioid crisis. We were able to interview a wonderful family from West Springfield who lost their son. And he really shared with us, the heartbreak and the pain, and we were honored to be able to tell his story because he wanted to reach out to other parents to let them know the warning signs so that they don't go through what his family has gone through. So having a format like Connecting Point allowed us to really spend a lot of time with him and then share that with our viewers.
I like to tell the stories that I can go out into the community and talk to people in their own environment.
Never played before, I picked it up from scratch. I didn't have brothers or friends or siblings, and I thought it would be a good chance to see what I could do.
I'm amazed at how open people are and how willing they are to share their story.
It seemed like a special gift to us that our favorite person, our hero, was going to be the speaker.
They don't know me before I've ever met them, and when I express an interest in sharing their story, I'm amazed at how grateful they are that I would even want to do that. And to be able to put that on a program like Connecting Point and share that with their viewers is really special.
Each day you come in and it's read, research, look for topics, think of things that are of interest to me that I hope will be of interest to you and other members of the team. They're out in the community bringing back stories that will also fold into the show.
A lot of the stories that I'll be doing are focused on Springfield and what's happening in the schools, and also local entrepreneurs and their passion behind what they're doing.
It's a team effort. Everybody's working together to make sure that we're bringing the best show possible to the viewers every night of the week.
So that's a little bit of what the show's been up to thus far. Hopefully you've seen all of that because you all watch avidly at 7 o'clock every night, Monday through Friday, right? Yes, of course. No, but one of the things that I've been most excited about as the station welcomed me back to take part in this team effort is the fact that I now get to cover politics more robustly. My longtime colleague, Jim Madigan, who I'm sure all of you know and are familiar with, he knows politics like the back of his hand. So the prospect of being asked to assume that beat was a little daunting, I have to admit, even though I've covered politics in Western Massachusetts for quite some time. And as I agreed to take that on, I thought to myself, well, there's no way I'm gonna fill Jim's shoes, but what I hope to do is bring that same enthusiasm and energy that Jim has long time brought to that beat. And so what that has meant, in addition to the Monday through Thursday coverage that we provide, is the long-standing continued commitment to politics on Friday nights. And it's been a real pleasure and challenge to take that on. One of the probably the most significant interview that we've had in the political arena in the last month was with Senator Elizabeth Warren a few weeks ago when she came to Springfield Technical Community College to speak. And, since I'm among friends here this morning, right, this will not leave this room, right? The next few things I'm going to say, can I get some nods? Someone? Anybody? Okay, good. The way this works, as Russ knows, is that you ask, and oftentimes people of Senator Warren's caliber her people will say, thank you for that interview request, and no. And then you ask again, and they say, thank you, we're thinking about it, we're considering, we're looking for time, we're going to move some blocks and get you in. And then they called you with 4 seconds notice and say, you have 7 minutes with Senator Warren. Luckily, in our case, it was about 24 hours notice when she was coming into town, and of course we accepted her offer to sit down with her. And Elizabeth Warren, whether you love her or loathe her, She gets people talking. She has the attention of people not only here in Massachusetts, but across the country. So it was a great honor to sit down with her. And let's roll the first clip. And I'm going to pay close attention because there's going to be a pop quiz after this clip. So in an editorial this week, the Berkshire Eagle called on you to take a DNA test to put your Native American heritage to rest. I want to read quote something they said. Quote, "So we call upon our senior senator to screw up her courage and take the spit test. If she already has, but is keeping the results under wraps, we urge her to be forthcoming with them." Will you take a DNA test?
No, look, I think this was fully litigated in 2012 here in Massachusetts. I think Scott Brown raised this issue every single day during the campaign.
It keeps coming up for you.
Well, you know, the way I see it, at the end of the day, what the people of Massachusetts said is they cared a whole lot more about their families than they did about my background. My brothers and I, we grew up in Oklahoma. We know our story from our mom and our dad and our grandmothers and our grandfather and from our aunts.
And that's sufficient for you, the story?
It's been just fine for my brothers and me.
So one of the interesting things that happens as a journalist when you speak with someone like Senator Warren is people give you the feedback of your how you did with the interview, right? You were too hard on her, you were too soft on her, et cetera, et cetera. One of the things about this interview that very few people outside of this room know, and you will not tell a soul, where do you think that interview was shot? Any guesses? Any thoughts? I'm rolling back the glamorous veil of television for all of you. Someone? Springfield, yes, but specifically the room in which it was shot. Any sense? You saw sort of the cinder block walls behind me there? The gym. Close. It was a ladies' bathroom. Yeah, so television might look glamorous and we try our best, but sometimes, you know, the Springfield Technical Community College banner that you saw in the background, while Stick would like to think that, you know, we wanted to promote them, which we're happy to do on some occasions, it was very strategic. There was a very key piece that many women will be well aware of that you'll often find in ladies' bathrooms that will help you with your sanitary needs, positioned smack dab behind that thing. I will deny that if you tell anyone outside of this room that took place. Another thing that we asked Senator Warren about was her trip that she took to Puerto Rico with the members of the Massachusetts delegation following Hurricane Maria. As we know, there are a number of evacuees in this region who are hoping to get back on their feet here, and whether or not they make their lives in this area or return to Puerto Rico is something they're grappling with, and Senator Warren has been at the forefront of keeping FEMA, just speaking with FEMA about their work in that region, and it was one of the things that I asked her about during that interview. So we can roll the third and final clip, please. Quick question about FEMA. FEMA has been looking at homes in Puerto Rico and considered many of them habitable. There's a big question among the evacuee population here about how habitable is being defined. Do you have any sense of that?
Yes, and in fact, I've been pushing back on FEMA.
Because they're saying, you know, you can return to your house that doesn't have a roof and has been rained on.
Doesn't have a roof, doesn't have a secure door, doesn't have windows that don't leak, may not have a reliable power source, may not have clean water to it. So I have pushed, along with others in the Senate, trying to get FEMA to back off, and so far FEMA has not yet come out with a definitive statement about what they're going to do on this. And boy, we're going to be in there pushing them.
So Senator Warren is the first of many national elected officials that we hope to welcome to Connecting Point. But one of the other things that we do with the program is we get story ideas about what we're for this region from people like you in this room. And so do not be shy about contacting us. You can use our website, wgby.org/connectingpoint, shameless plug. And there's a cute little icon on the upper right-hand side where you'll see an envelope. You just click that, and you can send us your thoughts, your feedback, things of that nature. And I promised Natalie that I would leave a little time in my chat here for questions. So if any of you have questions about what we're doing at Connecting Point or WGBY in general, I will do my best to field those. So feel free to ask a question or two if you'd like. I see. Anyone? No? Oh, no, you're waving. You're working on technology. Got it. All right, no questions. Awesome. See, as a journalist, I'm so used to asking the questions, the prospect of like opening myself up to a room full of people who might pepper me back. It's a little unnerving, so y'all have been great. Natalie, I'll turn it back to you. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
All of our productions at GCTV are sponsored in part by Bay State Health, providing the care you and your family need when you need it close to home. Visit them online at baystatehealth.org. Greenfield Savings Bank. Visit them at 400 Main Street in Greenfield. Call them at 774-3191 or go online to greenfieldsavings.com. Greenfield Community College, providing access and excellence in higher education in the Pioneer Valley. Visit them at gcc.mass.edu. The Hammond Family. The Hammond family are longtime supporters of Greenfield Community Television. New Fortune Chinese Restaurant on the Mohawk Trail in Greenfield. Visit them online at newfortunema.com. Call them at 772-0838 and check them out on Facebook. Real Cleaning Services, cleaning Hampshire and Franklin County since 1972. We don't cut corners, we clean them. Check them out online at realclean.com. Call them at 413-422-1143. People's United Bank, located at 45 Federal Street in Greenfield. You can call them at 774-3713 or visit them online at peoples.com. The Solar Store of Greenfield, replacing fossil fuels and nuclear power one home at a time. Visit them at 23 Fisk Ave. Call them at 413-772-3122 or visit them online at solarstoreofgreenfield.com. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting all of GCTV's productions.